This video is powered by LearnToPlay.live, the only hardware synth performance course. Register now and enjoy 40% off. Yo, check it out, I'm on a train. It's that time of year again. We're going to Berlin. Berlin for Superbooth. That's the one and only synth workshop, sort of like modular convention, I'd say. And I'm looking forward to really go out there and see what is what. Now, opted to go for a train this year because I think driving is cool, gives you a lot of freedom, but that's just so tiresome, and it's been a busy summer anyway. Flying, too many people, I really don't like it, so I guess we're doing this and we're on a train that is currently not moving at all, so I don't know why we're, oh, we're moving, yay, we're going somewhere. Anyway, stay tuned for the next days. I'll show you what is what, I'll show you where we're going, what we're doing, and stay tuned for more. Peace. We are waiting for our subway to take us to Superbooth. I'm so very excited. So as you can see, we all got the brands and stuff. Vic's got the nice one in the background. Woo! How does that look? Stay tuned, much more is coming. I'm very curious to see what kind of synthesizer is going to be there. I just want to check out what is what and what is what. It's your first time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my first time. Curious.
Okay, stay tuned, much more coming. Nice. This machine is crazy.
See, what a great concept that others can do demos for us. The demos themselves.
Yeah, this is amazing, man. This thing is nice, you know. Yo, it's at a location in the house and we finally made it to WMD, and then there he is, Alex. How you doing, bro?
Good, how are you?
I'm very well. Are you looking forward to be playing tomorrow night at our party?
Oh man, I'm so excited.
Shameless self-plug right here.
No, I'm so stoked. I've been working on lots of new tunes and like new methods of playing and stuff, and I do have the Scorpion wavefolder in my rig because I started playing it and I just thought it was so fun that I'm going to use it a lot. So.
What makes it fun then? Can you tell me something about it?
Yeah, for sure. So it's an 8-stage analog wavefolder. So basically, right now we're just listening to a triangle wave. As I turn up the dry wet mix, you'll hear it start to wavefold. And then it folds on a series of thresholds of voltage. So when it reaches a voltage, it's going to fold, and then it will try to reach a target. And so if I turn it over here, we can also set the targets that it's going to go to after it folds. So if we turn those all down, it's just 0 volts, so nothing's coming out. And now we can start to draw the waveform with the targets and where it's going to fold.
Oh, nice.
And then we go back over here, and these are the thresholds. So now once we get a good sound, we can also change the targets to all be 5 volts, or we can set it to clip, which means it's going to target the input voltage, which is going to keep your triangle wave intact with all the folds in between. Yeah, and then slope is how fast it's going to fold, so it's like a low pass filter. And then shift changes where they're at in the waveform, and then shape is like feedback control. And then the super fun part about it is that there's built-in modulation. So we hold animate here, and we have 4 different LFOs that we can choose rates for. And then we can say I want the threshold to change threshold level, which is going to do all 8 thresholds. Then as we click the button, we're going to get this modulation. And then we've got different attenuverters for each parameter. So we've got different speed LFOs for every parameter. If we can turn this up to like there, get one of these nice sounds. Let's do something like that range. There we go. And then there's also an envelope over that amplitude of that modulation. So we can do instant on, instant off, or we can slow that down with attack and release. So now I can say slowly fade in.
Oh,
and
nice.
Slowly fade out. And that animation, the LFOs reset every time a gate is sent or that button is clicked. So therefore, you can set something up that sounds good and like design your sound of animation, and then just hit it with a gate, and it's going to sound the exact same every time. So you can really be intentional with it. And then also the LFOs, all 4 LFOs can be turned into envelopes instead. So if you just want a one-time action when you throw it a gate, it'll do that as well.
Nice, sounds good. And you're using that in your rig tomorrow night?
Yeah, man, super excited.
And then all of a sudden when you step on a train, you meet this guy. Now, first of all, I've got a lot of respect for your channel, thank you.
Me too.
We're actually doing our Learn to Play Live thing, which is cool. It's a new educational platform teaching people how to perform live. What is it about live performance that you love so much?
Oh, I think my upbringing was into metal music, and so for me the performance and being on stage has been like a natural part of music. So like you practice to then perform live, and like the entire practice was related to that. To the
Well, wait a
performance.
minute. Metal, synthesizers, I don't really see a connection. How did that come
You'll
about
be
then?
surprised. A lot of synth people or people that do techno, especially here in Berlin, somehow has a root into metal, or they have been in band in metal. So I think it kinda, I wouldn't say it's a progression, but it kinda there's some relation. I don't know yet
Okay.
why, but there's a lot of people.
I come
that-
from a jazz background, I understand. Yeah. Tell me about your connection with Oxy. That's good.
I've been an endorser since day one. Manuel mostly was just the only guy at the moment that sent me one, and since that moment it has been my writing tool. So now I just get more involved with development on the new Mark II, and I'm part of the brand.
Okay. Thank you for having a little talk. It's getting busy, so we'll see each other at Superbooth.
Yep.
Peace. Hey gang, this is my modular setup, and I wanted to do another sort of like jam, very much inspired by Superbooth and the stuff that I saw. Now this modular setup has got new modules and older modules. Top left is the Metropolis, which is it's a sequencer that does really melodic stuff. Next to it is the 4 milliseconds rotating clock divider, so it can just send out different kind of clocks, and I'm sending that into the key input of the Borg filter, which is a Buchla/Korg filter, and I'm using that as the last step before it goes to amplification on my mixer. And you see this thing sitting in between the red, blue, and the 4 milliseconds clock divider. That is the Z8000 by Tip Top, which is another sequencer that I'm using to send out CV to the input of the Borg filter, and then it can just do these weird sort of like whistly type style things with the cutoff, so I don't have to do that manually. On the bottom row, bottom left, that's the Clavis Twin. That is a dual oscillator / LFO module, and next to it is the Pittsburgh oscillator. That Pittsburgh oscillator, one with the big knob sitting bottom left, not all the way left, but that's a oscillator, I'm touching it right now, that can go to LFO rate also. So all the way down means it just breaks up the sound. Very cool. Now, next to it are 3 modules by Erica Synths, a low pass, a coupler, and a high pass. They're all joined at the hip. I'm not using that today. And then next to it, you see a blue, green, and red cable going into it. That is my ring X-Fade. I'm using that to create these ring mod modulated sounds, and that's very techno. On the top left, you see the Metropolis, like I told you, and then on the bottom of that module, I'm using the gate length button to make the sounds longer and shorter, and I can just do that. Next to the ring fade, which is the black Erica Synths model in which the cables are connected, is a delay, and next to that is then an ASR envelope generator. I'm not using them. We'll get into those in the next coming weeks or something. Now, by all means, I'm not a modular buff. I am not, but I know how to create these weird sounds, and that's what I was doing. I was very much inspired by Superbooth. Now I will shut up and I will Before I go, no. So there is a Blue Sky limited edition that's taking care of the reverb, Octatrack taking care of the drums, and then extra drums from the 1010 black box, which sends out a clock signal to the modular, and then there's the MIDI fighter connected to the 1010 black box. Okay, that's it for now. As you can see, I'm having a blast here. You know, I'm trying to just like utilize as many different things as I can. Maybe I've got a different approach to what's happening on the modular front. I'm just getting into it again. I mean, I have got a lot of modules, but at some point I just let it go. But yes, this Superbooth has really gave me the bug. So I'm really going to just like go deeper into it. I'm not going to be a modular channel, but I'm just going to make sounds with it. I'm going to keep it very nice and very simple. Now, yeah, I'm really loving the fact that I came up with this thing. It's experimenting, and finally I found something that I can reproduce. So the whole thing, like, yeah, if you use something on modular, it's gone forever. No, not if you know what you're doing. And I'm not saying that I know what I'm doing, but in this case, I did. It's about that time. It's about that time. That time that I'm going home. I don't want to go home. I have to go home. I'm not doing the Superbooth Saturday because unfortunately I have to go. Fortunately, I have to DJ, so I had to get home, and we're on a train, so I am leaving. What does it look like? It looks like this. And we're standing still because we're going to be 18 minutes late. We're going to Hanover now. Okay, how did this trip really turn out? Well, I really enjoyed the gig at Urban Spree last night. I mean, it didn't go as I planned, but I was still happy with what I've done, and it's all cool. So thanks for everybody that came out for that. Kitchen Club versus Raw Industries. In that regard, I'd like to say peace up, Tomo. Really cool working with you on that project. Let's converse and talk further on. And then I'd like to say some thank yous as well. So I'm gonna look at the list. Melbourne Industries, let's start there. David Habersveld, aka Honeysmack. Dude, you like my evil twin brother of the different complexion, but we need to just hang out more because this is just trouble. Thanks for hanging out. That was absolutely cool. I'd like to say Gertz from Erica Synths. Thank you very much. We're looking forward to doing this with you. David Emmanuel, Oxy Instruments, really amazing. Sequential, thanks for meeting you guys. It was absolutely cool. Also, William and Alex WMD, thank you for hanging out. It's been really cool as well. Circo, thank you. Yeah, it's been absolutely amazing. You know, it's been cool. 45 kilohertz, rough. Thanks for hanging out and joining the stage and representing the Kitchen Club. You know what I mean? Did I mention Tomo? I did not. Yes, I did. I didn't. I don't know. Anyway, it's about time for me to get some sleep on the train, which is what I'm going to do. And if not anything else, click that like and subscribe button, share because it helps the channel. Thank you for checking in. If you made it this far into the video, you, sir or ma'am, are an absolute superstar. My name's Analog Kitchen, and I'll catch you next week. You know where, on another video. I'd say peace, boy.